And talking about long-term economic growth, let's talk about how you manage your money for long-term economic growth. And this afternoon, we're looking at, is it possible to become rich by staying on salaries? I don't know. All right, so we have joining us an author of a book that had explored this topic, Anuoluwapo Adekoya. She's an author of Financial Prudence, the Money Management Tool. Anuoluwapo, good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me here.
So, is it possible for me to become rich, like wealthy, by earning just salary?
So I would not say that just salary would be what you need to become so wealthy, because we have to first of all look at what are you looking at to say wealthy. Is it a trillionaire? Is it a billionaire? Is it a millionaire?
A trillionaire in dollars.
A trillionaire in dollars. Okay. So that means that first what has to happen is, how are you managing the money you're currently making? The salary that you're currently having. How are you managing that money? And let's look at Nigeria. Generally, just Nigeria. How do people manage money? People look at, how do I earn money? How do I make money? But they do not think about how to manage that money. And this is the first issue we have. That's why you would see that some people are making the millions. They don't look like they're making the millions. And some people are still, getting to the millions, but they look better. So how do you move from where you are to making the $1 trillion that you actually asked for? I would start by saying it's money management. And the second thing is decentralization. What I mean by decentralization is you're not just earning from one place. Looking at what we have now, AI has even taken lots of businesses. AI has improved the life of people. People even in their 40s, their 50s are learning new skills, are learning how to do things using AI. And that's one of the ways that you could increase your profits in the confines of your home. You could earn more money. You could freelance. You could offer your services, your knowledge. People would even go as far as selling courses, selling maybe materials online, and they make money from there. I'm not saying that will make you the $1 trillion you're looking for, but what I'm saying is, at different level, you can increase the life that you have now, the salary you're earning, if you could decentralize and manage money better. And part of this money management is budgeting and other things that are attached
so
to it.
I hear you about the multiple source of income that you're talking about, and then of course the managing of what you have.
Yeah.
Let's go to the multiple source of income.
Okay.
There are some people who have jobs that it's really difficult to infuse anything, especially for women. So you have your job, and then you have the home to cater for.
Yeah.
So how realistic is it for you to diversify your source of income?
Okay, so this is still from what I'm coming from, is still the fact that from where you are, you can make much more money. So let's use an example of a fashion designer. Before, we used to understand that all a fashion designer needs to do is be in a shop or a store, or maybe where she's making the dresses, and that is all. But now you see fashion designers taking in hundreds of people, training, selling courses online on Coursera, taking YouTube courses, so that they can make money from the confines of where they are. So for that fashion designer, all she needs to do is just record a session and then put it online. So she's making money in different places, and she's still doing the same thing in the confines of her home. So I think it is the first.
As a communicator, I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
How does that work for me?
Trust me, you can take a course and say how to speak better. I would register, because I want to speak better than I am doing right now, and you can make it. You can make a lot from that actually. So it is actually thinking outside the box, still within what you're doing, and making money out of it.
Okay, what about the management of the resources that you have?
Yes, that's one thing I'm very clear about. So management starts with, number one, tracking what your income is. So maybe I tracked my income last month. I realized that, my aim is to make the $1 trillion, and right now I'm still making millions. It begins to open my mind to, how do I make much more than I'm making currently? So tracking the income, knowing how much is coming, can it even fund my lifestyle? That's one problem people have. They forget that there has to be a ratio that funds their lifestyle. So what we have currently in Nigeria, with most youths, let me focus on the youth now, is we want to live according to what we are seeing online. We want to live like you. We want to, live like the reels we are seeing. But we have not gotten to that stage. And we forget that we have to manage our expense. We have to manage our income. We have to budget. And we run into lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation means that maybe I start earning 2 million more than what I was earning before. The next thing I'm thinking about is change my accommodation, change my car. I'm not thinking from that place of, I'm not supposed to live out of my capital. I'm supposed to live from the interest that is from that capital. So those are the things that can, that can be in place to manage what we are currently earning.
That takes a lot of discipline.
Yes.
And amidst all of this, we're supposed to think of savings and investment.
Yes. And that's okay. I think I love that actually, because people think that savings has to be 50% of my salary. I have to save every time. I tell people that the first thing you need to do is get an amount, even if it is 10%, and be consistent with it. Before you run to investment, what people think is investment is I have to put money somewhere and then I don't touch it. That is savings. Investment even starts with looking around your circle. Who can I reach out to? My network is my investment. The people I can talk to that can make me better is my investment. For me, maybe as a professional, I can say I want to take a professional course, and in the next 2 years, it's going to increase my value in the market. That is investment. It doesn't have to be I want to go and save money somewhere. I need to buy treasury bills.
And some of these fintechs now, they have spend and save.
Yes.
So when you spend some money, the percentage of it.
Yes, I think some of them 12%, because I've gone through like 15 apps actually. Some of them 12%, 15%, I think. So yes, it's beautiful. You can spend and save, but actually sometimes it's not every time that you have to put your money down, because the time value of money is very important, and people don't remember there's a time value of money. They just want to save and then forget their money there. So
you might actually be losing when you just keep your money there.
Yes.
All right, Anolu Akwadekoya, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Author of Financial Prudence, the money management tool. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right.